Hey guys, how you doing? So that Gary Mathias episode, right? It's a pretty strange case. So what I thought I'd do is make a short video where I can go through some of the more visual elements of it. For example, I've got a map here that kind of explains the route, because one of the main theories about what happened to Gary and the four boys he was with was that they somehow got off the road, sort of forcefully pushed off of the road that they are on. And I think obviously if you've got a map, you can see that a little better. So let's take a look at the map. So as you can see, they really only needed to drive down one route, and it was a highway. There was two ways through it. The first way is to sort of go straight down and then straight down to Yuba City, at which point he would have had to have skipped over to Marysville and Olivehurst to drop his friends off. Or he could have gone straight down to Oroville and then down through Oroville, straight down to Marysville. With both of these routes, they both rely on being on a highway. So it's quite difficult to see how they turned off onto a rocky mountain pass. And why that's important is because one of the main theories, or one of the more often touted theories, which I'm not sure if I agree with, but it's one of the more often touted theories, is that when they stopped off in the shop in Chico after the basketball game, that someone perhaps followed them down the highway, and then when they reached the turnoff, they were sort of forcibly pushed off of the road, and then someone carjacked and someone else drove them along the dirt path. Now that's sort of one of the more common theories, because again, if you look at the map, you can see that it's quite a turn to get there, and once it's almost a 90-degree angle turn onto a road that's clearly not a highway, and they had to drive down a highway. They only had to be on the highway. They didn't need to turn off to any sort of small roads. So it seems strange that they would have done that by accident. It seems very unlikely that they would have done that by accident. And especially when you see how far along this road they actually had to go as well, it seems very strange. So yeah, basically I just kind of wanted to walk you through the map really, and sort of show you that, because I thought it was quite an important aspect of it to kind of get a bit of a grounding in it. And plus it took me ages to make. Well, not ages, but anyway, yeah, so that's that really. Bit of a strange case. I'm completely at a loss for what actually happened. I've got a podcast and we talk about it with my co-host Sally for about an hour, and at the end she asked me, what's your ultimate conclusion? And I said, I don't know. I have to kind of go along with the policeman really, who said that there was no evidence for foul play, but without foul play, not a lot of it makes sense. And I think that's probably where I'm at with it. But drop a comment if you've got any theories. Get in touch with me over at darkhistories.com. I'm on Twitter at darkhistories, Instagram at dark_histories. Basically all the social media stuff, we're on it. Hit up the website darkhistories.com. That's got all the guff on there. But yeah, cheers, thanks for listening. And if you do fancy the podcast, which is a little bit different, we do the stories that are on YouTube every week, but we also discuss afterwards. We'd say I've got a co-host on there, Sally. If you fancy that, we're on iTunes, just about everywhere you get your podcasts, basically. If you're on Android, you can do it on like Pocket Casts, all sorts. Just Dark Histories. Search a podcast direction, you'll find us. Anyway, thanks for listening, stroke watching. Cheers.